Hello, 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 and thank you so much for joining for another episode of Heat Press Nation Live. My name is Jared, and I'm really excited to be here today. It's great to be back here at Heat Press Nation Live. Last week, I kind of snuck in and I interrupted Carla. She let me join her, which was super fun, and she's off today. So yeah, it's really good to be here. Very glad to be back. As some of you guys may or may not know, I took a month off for paternity leave, which was great, which means that, yeah, I'm running on 11 minutes of sleep right now. So if you happen to see me doze off during today's broadcast, it's not because the content's boring. We have some super exciting content for you. I'm just a struggling new dad. Yeah, but enough joking. Do me a favor, let me know where you're tuning in from. I do have the comments loaded up right here, and it looks like everybody's already chiming in. So we got Tammy coming in from Temecula. Liz is coming in from Chicago. You got Elsa from California. You got Dazzling D from Southwest Florida. What's up? What's up? Miguel from Jersey is saying what's up. Christine from Montgomery, Alabama. We got Lizzie from Louisiana. Super cool. All right, those are our YouTube pals. I should say, some of our YouTube pals right now. And let's see, who do we got tuning in from Facebook? If I could load this correctly here. I don't know why I always have a problem switching between apps. Apple just released a new app, and I hope they fix that. But anyways, oh yeah, here we go. We got April from Oklahoma, Ed from Rochester, Angelia from Murfreesboro. I don't do good with a lot of consonants. Carolyn from Pine Mountain Club, Marissa from Cali, Ashley from NC, Matthew from Raleigh. We got Graciela from East Texas, Jadelle from Chicago, Paul from Northeast Florida. Got a lot of people tuning in. It's really exciting. So today, and by the way, keep chiming in. A few things about the comments. If you have any questions about anything that we're talking about today, drop it in the comments below. I'm going to do my best to get to them live, but also got my pal Ronnie. She's also in the comments in the room right next door to me. And yeah, she's answering lots of questions. So a lot of your questions. We want your questions. We love your questions. Feel free to reach out. We're happy to help. Let me get back on track here. Want to welcome you, of course. Last week, we did release 26, you heard me right, 26 brand new sublimation blanks from our Sublicraft line. If you want to see those, you can head on over to heat.press/Sublicraft. And today, I'm actually testing out 4 of those brand new products. I'm going to show you. We're going to do full tutorials here live today. And for the 4 that I'm showing specifically today, you can check those out at heat.press/live. Once again, heat.press/live. But wait, Jared, what are we even talking about today? Today, I'm talking about holiday success. And there's different measures of success for the holidays. For me, I'm a family man, so a successful holiday season means that I got to spend time with my family. I'm also a businessman. So in the business aspect of it, a successful holiday season means that, yeah, I sold some stuff and I moved some product. So that's the kind of success we're talking about today. Obviously, I hope you guys have a really great time with your friends, families, and loved ones. And one thing that's going to help you to have a good time, even though we're in August and we're talking about, even though we're in September and we're already talking about the holidays, one thing that I know is going to help some of you out, specifically 2 of you, is that we have a giveaway today. We're going to be doing a giveaway live at the end of this broadcast on both Facebook and YouTube. So be ready, get ready to answer live. It's going to be another fast fingers challenge. Okay, so at the end of the broadcast, make sure you're sitting next to the good fast Wi-Fi so you can answer those questions. I'm going to share specifically how to win our prizes at the end of the broadcast. But just so you know, I have 4 products here today, and I'm going to be giving away 3 of them. So today's 2 winners are each going to receive a 25 pack of our acrylic ornaments, a 25 pack of our glass ornaments, and 6 4-pack, so a total of 24 gift bags. Super cool. Your holiday season's already going to be off to a good start. If you're one of our 2 winners today, again, we're going to have a winner on Facebook and YouTube. So be sure to stick around to the end of the broadcast to find out about that. Again, if you want to see what we're doing or the products that we're using, you can head on over to heat.press/live. Once again, you see it right there on your screen, heat.press/live. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to do just a quick check-in. Make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. My pal Steve, always a pleasure to see you, sir. We got everybody's tuning in here. Sharon from Georgia. Okay, a couple others. They're coming in super fast. So, all right. I want to give a big shout out to everybody tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to be notified every time we have a sale or a special event, something like that, be sure to sign up for text notifications. And to do that, you text the word HEAT. That's HEAT. You see it on screen. Text the word HEAT to the number 20198. Once again, text the word HEAT to 20198. And yeah, you'll be signed up for text notifications. You can stop at any time, so no worries. So really quick, so this question is not really anything to do with what we're going into, so I'm actually gonna answer it now because once I get started on today's topic, it's like a train, bro. I'm just gonna be like, wait, trains don't sound like that. Trains, I'm gonna be like, it's not as exciting. Okay, anyways, real quick, Miguel's asking any info on a graphic perforated for car windows. Those window clings or perforated graphics are typically gonna be done with an eco solvent or a latex printer, which we don't carry here at Heat Press Nation, but that's gonna be like, you just Google eco solvent window cling. That's gonna be a good starting point for your search, my friend. Okay, so today, I'm really excited because I get to talk to you about holiday success. And again, I kind of just said it a minute ago, but like, this is not holiday success as in like family. For me personally, if I get to spend time with my family, if we get to have some good conversation, some good just family quality time, that's it. That's holiday success for me. As a person, as a human, as a uncle, cousin, friend, brother, dad, whatever I am, husband, that's how I measure success that way. But this is different, all right? This is different. So don't think I'm trying to be a Scrooge or a miser, or I'm trying, we're overcapitalizing the holidays or whatever. No. Just, hey, some of us run businesses, and here at Heat Press Nation, we want you to be as successful as possible in your small business, in your home business. Let's like dethrone Amazon with all the different small businesses out there. That's you, and yeah, that's me too. So I'm really excited to talk about holiday success. And we have a few tips for you. So if you have your notepads ready, get them out. Or honestly, you could watch the replay of this later on and just pause as necessary. If there's any cool tidbits or any questions you have, feel free to drop it in the comments below. But I'm gonna share a few of and I say our because this isn't just my information. This is Ronnie. We have input from some of the other business owners here at Heat Press Nation. So some of our best knowledge that we've kind of combined and we're sharing with you today. So tip number 1, the first thing you want to do to set yourself up for holiday success is you want to plan, schedule, and set goals. So really quick, what I mean by that, you're going to want to get together by part of your planning process. You're going to want to get together your inventory, your shipping supplies, all right? So you're going to want to already start to lock that in, source them online, see what it's going to take to actually ship your products out there. You want to consider the entire process when planning, when it comes to, and we're going to talk about this, when it comes to your customer placing their order, to you shipping it out to them, you have to have everything considered and covered. You don't want to run into any surprises in the holiday season because a lot of stuff gets sold out. If anything we've learned in the past few years, stuff sells out. So you're going to want to plan your inventory, your shipping supplies. You're also going to want to plan your promotions and their dates. This is a big one. There's a lot of takeaways today, but the reason why we're doing this whole episode at the beginning of September is for a reason. So your dates, all right? If you're starting your Christmas promotions, Thanksgiving weekend, you're too late. You're too late, especially if you're selling seasonal items. So you have your seasonal items, which I'm gonna show you today. So all these items, except for one, we're gonna be doing ornaments with their gift bags and a new mug that's really cool that I hope you guys really love. Actually, I'm gonna pause. Let's head on over to the table. Let's see what we're doing. We're not doing demos just yet, but I do wanna show you something here. So you wanna consider your dates. These ornaments that you see right here, these are seasonal products. This is only gonna get hung up on a Christmas tree one season out of the year. This, on the other hand, is given as a gift. So gift items are hopefully, this one obviously has a holiday theme, but hopefully your gift items are things that can be used year round for the gift recipient to get the most use out of it. Of course, we're holiday themed here, so this is gonna have a holiday theme. Obviously, you can put whatever your customers want on it. So this, this super cool gift bag is great for presenting these ornaments. So this section over here, we would consider this to be seasonal items, and this we would consider to be gift items. Your seasonal items should be on sale the day after Halloween. If you want to put them on sale earlier, go for it. No one's going to stop you. Go for it. I start my Christmas music about a week or two before Halloween. So yeah, so if you're selling seasonal items, these are items that are not going to be under the Christmas tree. They're going on the Christmas tree. They're home decor items. They're things that people want to have around all season. So most people typically decorate for Christmas sometime around mid-November, maybe even week after Thanksgiving. This stuff should already be in their hands, let's just say week after Thanksgiving, okay? So if it's gonna be in their hands the week after Thanksgiving, you're gonna wanna start advertising and selling these, taking your custom orders. Again, day after Halloween, you should already have launched your seasonal items. Of course, gift items, these can go all year long, and you're gonna make a really big push the week of Thanksgiving, especially Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's when you're gonna start your push for your gift items. So again, when you're planning and scheduling, you wanna consider the promotions. What kind of promotions? Social media campaigns. You might be thinking about investing in like Facebook ads, Instagram ads. You're gonna wanna consider the promotions and their dates. It really helps to get a calendar going. And one more tip, and I'm gonna come back over here because we're done talking about those. One more tip when you're considering your dates is consider your start date, which again, seasonal items, day after Halloween, gift items around Thanksgiving. You're also gonna wanna consider your cutoff or your end date. Now, for me, I like to do all of my holiday gift custom jobs in advance. I like to cut off about a week or two before Christmas. And this goes for seasonal and gift items. I like to do that cutoff because I like to have a good time during Christmas. I'm already stressing about buying gifts for my family, and I am not trying to add the stress of somebody who UPS delayed, or USPS or whoever, somebody delayed their shipment and now they're blowing up my email, gonna leave me a bad review or something like that. So I actually cut off my date for all orders about a week or two before Christmas. And this is just a suggestion, if you're shipping stuff, do not ship the week of Christmas. For local pickup, that's different. You could extend your local pickup all the way up to Christmas Eve if you want to. But for items that are shipped, consider putting in a cutoff date, an end of date, and try to push all your sales before that date. Because again, shipping stuff the week of Christmas can get pretty hairy. And even if it's not your fault, even if USPS lost your package, your customers are still gonna come for you. And we don't need that added stress during the holidays. Okay, so I'm already going too long on point number one. You're gonna wanna set revenue goals. How much do you plan to sell? What would you like to sell? Consider that. How much can you afford to sell? Like for example, I wanna sell 2,000 ornaments. Okay, but you already have a full-time job. When are you gonna have time to make and ship 2,000 ornaments? You wanna consider that. Of course, stock up on your holiday inventory and be sure to have your templates set up and test your product. Another good thing about testing your product early is that you can take pictures of it. Take pictures, promote it on your social media. All right, moving forward. Number two, so this is the second big step towards being prepared for holiday success. And actually, before I go to number two, do we got any cool questions here? I see everybody tuning in. Very, very nice, very nice. Okay, I see the comments about my dumb train noise. Yeah, that wasn't a good train noise, I'm sorry. I'm not a voice actor. Oh, technically, anyways. All right, let's see, we got any good questions here? Bouncing back and forth between the videos is not like fun. I really hope the new iOS, I'm a big Apple fan and I hope they figure that out. Michelle says, do I recommend craft sales? Man, that varies so much. And I imagine what you're referring to is like pop-ups or like craft events, like in-person sales. I've been really hit and miss with that. From what I understand, a lot of you guys, our viewers, our group members, have been hit and miss now. That being said, I know there are some of you who have really found a great community. There's a great event that you go to every year where you sell a lot of stuff. Go for it. If I were you, I would go into the pop-up events and that. We go in with an open mind that you could make some money, but that you shouldn't count on it as a big chunk of your revenue. If it turns out to be really successful, great. But just go in there as an explorer, right? Like, don't rely on it as the core part of your business until you've developed it and you figured out what little craft markets or big craft markets, what works out best for you. I have a handful of creator friends. In 2021, we actually threw our own outdoor markets, and we ended up hosting about a dozen vendors, and those markets worked out great for us because we were able to curate the event. My sister-in-law does stuff. She did a craft market with like 50 vendors. She said it sucked. It depends on where you're going, what you're doing. So anyways, going back to it. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you want to know, get real info from not me, or not just me, I should say, but a lot of other people, our Facebook group, Heat Press Nation Creators, dude, that's an awesome group. Lots of real people in there with real life experience, and not just real life experience, because I'm here in Southern California. The market here is different from Central and Northern California. It's different from every other state. So maybe in the group, there's other people from your state. They might have some info. Maybe if you live in a big city, you might find somebody in your locale. Of course, interact at your own risk. But yeah, you might find somebody who has a good lead on good stuff. So Facebook group, check it out. Okay, that was a great question. Danny's saying, what's a good heat press to use that won't break the bank? Oh, gee, I wonder. Today for our demos, which are coming up in just a few minutes, we're using the HPN Craft Pro 12-inch by 15-inch swing away heat press. You see it right there on your screen. The price, it is $399.95. That's a great price. This is a great pressing area. And as you can see, it's great for sublimation, t-shirts, all that stuff. This is a really great press. It's not gonna break your bank. I highly recommend it, but we do have other presses available if you want something a little bit bigger, like a 15 by 15. We got you covered at 1620. We got you covered. Head on over to heatpressnation.com. And if you'd like to talk to an actual person about what heat press might work best for you, you can always give us a call at 800-215-0894. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put this down for a second because I got a few more points to blast through, and then we're gonna do our live demos and our giveaway. If you're just tuning in, I'm sharing some top tips for being prepared for the holiday, for holiday success. We got some live demos and a giveaway coming up, so be sure to stay tuned. Okay, one thing that's really important, especially now, is gonna be reviewing, and this is number 2, review technology and social platforms. What does that mean? You're gonna wanna test your checkout and payment process. My wife, she does charcuterie boards. Well, pause, just had a baby. Yeah. Anyways, before this little diaper monster came around, she was doing charcuterie boards, and she had worked out a system for doing everything through her Instagram DMs. I could not fathom that. Me, for my business, I use a website called Big Cartel. I cannot handle, when I first started my side t-shirt business, by the way, if you guys wanna know what kind of t-shirts I make, this is what I do, all right? Shameless plug. Yeah, I use a website called Big Cartel. Of course, I'm sure you could use Etsy, you could use Shopify. There's lots of different websites available for selling your stuff. Anyways, I couldn't fathom how she handled everything through her DMs, and she could not figure out Big Cartel. So everybody's different. I will say this, once your volume exceeds a certain point, it's in your best interest to switch over to a website. You're gonna wanna, beat that learning curve, switch over to a website like Big Cartel, like Shopify, Etsy, etc. But you're gonna wanna test your checkout and payment process. Make sure everything's working. If you're taking orders through your DMs, make sure you have a way to log everything. You don't want there to be any broken links, okay? You don't want there to be any broken links on your site, and you wanna make sure that all your policies are up to date. This includes your social media. If you're using a link, I forget what the word is, but like Linktree or something like that, make sure all your links work across your different pages. So make sure your Twitter links to your Instagram, and then your Instagram links to your YouTube, and then all of those link to your shop, and that your shop links back to all of those. If you're using a website like Shopify, or if you're using a website even like Squarespace or Wix, the templates are gonna have little link icons. you're gonna wanna comb through your page or go through your page with a fine tooth comb. Make sure all the icons are linking correctly back to your socials. You don't wanna give people an excuse to with a broken link to not go back to your pages. Make sure all your policies are up to date. Please communicate your shipping policies, your return policies, etc. You wanna check usability functions and user friendliness. If some sites are not easy to use, thankfully now we live in a day where technology really makes it easy to set up your own online store. But there are some sites where I'm like, dude, that's whack. Like, it's hard to order from that site. So go through it. Have your friends place a fake order through your site. You could refund them afterwards or something like that. Just have them go through it so they could test it and make sure that it's user friendly. If it's hard for your friends or for your mom to place an order on your site, it's gonna be hard for the average customer. So make sure you've already worked that through. Don't forget, use social media to promote your brand. And a big way to help with that is that you have the same username across all channels. I had to change the username on my social media because I couldn't get the right, I got the good username on one account, but I was too late on my other ones. So I had to change them all to the cheap username, but at least they match. So make sure they all match. For incoming orders, number 3, make sure your incoming orders have a system. If you are going to take your orders through DMs, make sure you find a system that works for you, meaning make sure you're still printing your order slips. You should have an Excel spreadsheet. And please, don't break my heart. If you do this next one, you're gonna break my heart. But if you have to keep a handwritten log, like your grandpa, on a ledger, use like graph paper, keep it organized, please. But hopefully you guys are past handwritten logs and stuff. But if you're not, hey, no shade. If it works for you, it works. But just please make sure that you have a log, that you have a record. If it is gonna be handwritten, keep it organized. You don't wanna lose records of anybody's payments, anybody's orders, because if they do a chargeback on their card, that's not good for you. You're the one who loses out. And again, that's another reason why I love Big Cartel. Again, insert name here, Big Cartel, Etsy, Shopify, whatever. Heat Press Nation doesn't officially endorse any of these guys. They're just different sites that are available to you. But me personally, Jared Barbosa, I like using Big Cartel. One, because you get started for free. You could run your site for free there. And it keeps everything organized. Oh, dude, I'm not a very organized person. So keeping all my orders organized is super huge. The last thing, I think I already mentioned this, but you want to test it out before you launch for the holidays. Have your friends place fake orders. Have your grandma place a fake order, just to make sure that the site's working. Okay, I'm gonna pause real quick on point 3. Once again, if there's a lot of info coming through today, feel free to come back and watch the replay, pause it, write a note down. If something speaks to you, write it down. We really want you, I see all of you, right? We really want you to be as successful as possible this holiday season. First of all, I love that at Heat Press Nation, we get to empower small business owners to take a share of that marketplace away from the big dogs. Look, no shade to Amazon, but Jeff Bezos is rich enough. I really am all about like empowering like small business owners. Like, hey, let's take a piece of that pie. There's more than enough for all of us to share. So if you're watching today, we're all about success for the holidays, business success. Obviously, if you want tips on having a good holiday season, I'll share with you my top holiday fun family activities later. That's a different YouTube stream. Real quick, do we have any questions? I'm just kind of, yeah, cool. I feel like everybody's watching. We're all kind of digesting this info together. Very cool, very cool. Going back over to my YouTube pals, right? See if we have any questions there. Ooh, this is an interesting point. Coffee Powered Home says PayPal has been very inconsistent and randomly puts holds on funds looking for other options. PayPal, they're very compliant, which means that sometimes they'll hold stuff until you submit your tax ID, your business this, your home that. I use PayPal for my signs and banner business, and I use Big Cartel for my t-shirt business. And this is just personal. Heat Press Station doesn't endorse this, but Coffee Powered Home is asking, can you invoice through Big Cartel? No, that's why I keep my PayPal, because I have to invoice through PayPal. Okay, Don Dyer has the same question as Coffee Powered Home. Great question, yeah. So I only keep my PayPal for invoicing. Again, my signs and banner business, I use PayPal. My t-shirt business, Big Cartel. Of course, I encourage you, if there's other solutions out there that can combine invoicing with an online storefront that's very affordable and easy to use, let me know in the comments, please. Please. That's a great question. Dazzling D is asking, will you be getting any double-sided garden flag blanks? I'm gonna let Ronnie answer that one only because I'm not certain. So Ronnie, my homie, is gonna look into that for you. Glenda says, huge congrats on the new baby. Thank you. Send me some sleep, please, or coffee, either one. Okay. And sorry, and this is not, I feel like this is now has turned into a plug for Big Cartel, but Coffee Powered Home, yes, Big Cartel does offer customization. Me personally, I purchased, I downloaded like somebody had a free theme available and I just downloaded that and that's what I use. Okay. All right, not trying to turn this into a Big Cartel plug. Sorry, boss. Forgive me. All right. The fourth thing you could do to set yourself up for holiday success is to provide provide exceptional customer service. Customer service makes or breaks a business. And this is one of the reasons why, doubling back to a few points ago, this is why I don't ship stuff after about the 2 week before Christmas mark. Because then it limits my ability to provide good customer service. Because again, the first year I did ornaments, and I was shipping up until like a few days before Christmas. And of course, with all the shipping delays, like the last items out, they didn't make it on time. So my customers had Christmas ornaments after Christmas. They didn't hang them on their Christmas tree. And then I looked bad, and then I had to say, my apologies, unfortunately, blah, 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 blah. I looked bad. My customer service took a big poo. Sorry, that's vulgar. I'm sorry. It took a big dive. And you don't want to set yourself up for failure like that, especially on the customer service front. So consider all of this. Make sure you have and this kind of goes back to make sure your shipping policies are in an easy place to find on your website, or they're clearly communicated with your customers. But not only that on like the front end, be nice to your customers. It's the perfect opportunity. The holidays are the perfect opportunity to create repeat and loyal customers that are going to come back for the whole entire coming year. I'm telling you, I've had some great new customer leads because of my holiday offerings, my holiday products. And kind of following in that same vein, point 5 or point 4.5, depending on how you want to look at it, is you want to offer competitive delivery options that kind of falls under customer service, but not really, so that's why we made it its own point. You've heard me say this a bunch of times before, but if you can't be the cheapest, you can definitely be the fastest, and you can always be the nicest, okay? So that's the good thing about being a small business, is you can offer really quick turnaround times. And if you're offering local pickup, your local customers will be able to just come get it, as early as 1 to 2 business days. That's wild. There's no way they're going to get that from the big online suppliers, especially during the holidays. So that's somewhere we have a really big advantage, and you can be competitive on your speed. Now, you may want to include a rush fee. People are willing to pay because they're also on a deadline. Now, let me emphasize the word you. You may want to include a rush fee, but that's because you can control you. You cannot control the Postal Service, all right? During the holidays, it's tempting to offer express, overnight, 2-day shipping. Like, that's all good and fine and dandy. But make sure you clearly communicate with your customers that once it's in the post office hand, once it's in UPS, once it's in FedEx's hand, it's in FedEx's hands. So you can offer a rush on your services, meaning, hey, this print job usually takes a week. You could charge a rush fee and have it done in 2 days. But what you don't want to do, or what you want to be very careful with, I should say, is offering express shipping. So you can say, I will have this done in 2 business days. Be careful saying, you will have this in 4 business days, because that's like, no. You can control you. You can't control FedEx. You can't control the Postal Service. So just keep that in mind when offering expedited options on your site. Make sure you're clearly communicating with your customers. And then another thing that's really cool and easy to use is that you can offer gift certificates or vouchers for your last minute shoppers, meaning somebody says, hey, as a gift, I want to give my mom the opportunity to make her own custom t-shirt. Can I buy like a gift voucher or a gift certificate from you? Sure. And then now you have her mom as a customer later on in the year. So yeah, you can definitely feel free to offer that if it's in your wheelhouse. And that's gonna do it for our tips. So our top 5 tips, we just shared them. I'm gonna go back really quick. Quick recap. Tip 1, you're gonna plan, schedule, and set your goals. Tip 2, you're gonna review technology and social platforms. Make sure everything works. Tip 3, your incoming order systems. Are you doing DMs or are you doing an online marketplace? Figure that out. Tip 4, provide excellent customer service. Please, no need to be mean during the holidays. And tip number 5, offer competitive delivery options. Hey, you can't be the most affordable, be fastest. And always be the nicest. Okay, so I'm gonna take some questions while I walk over here to the table. We got some live demos for you and a giveaway. So if you wanna know how to enter into the giveaway, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this broadcast. Right now, I'm going to demo our brand new products, starting off with this super duper scooper cool. We're gonna start off with the 12-ounce lidded mug. Yes, 12-ounce lidded mug. Really quick, some of my favorite top-selling holiday items are Christmas ornaments, and these are seasonal items. So these I start selling around Halloween. Other things that are really good are coffee mugs. They're just so easy. And this is a really cool, it's an insulated mug. I'll show you. It's an insulated mug with a lid. These are super, super popular. It comes in, of course, this all-white finish, and you could sublimate whatever the heck you want on it. It's very, very cool. So this I'm really stoked on. It's very cool. Of course, I also offer ceramic mugs. So yeah, mugs and drinkware. And then, not shown today. We're probably gonna do another video on this later, but custom sweaters. People love their holiday sweaters. So yeah, if you have that, if you already make like apparel and stuff, if you already do t-shirts and sweaters, dude, get in on that holiday goodness. So really quick, and this is a little weird because can you see that? Yeah, all right, so we're really close right now, so you can't totally see everything, but you could see enough. So here's what we do. When we're pressing these new mugs, what you want to do is you want to put it in and you want to test the pressure while it's off and cold. So all I'm going to do is close it. You don't need a lot of pressure. You see how kind of like, it's pretty easy, right? Not a lot of resistance on the handle. You don't need heavy pressure on your mugs. So now if this wasn't set already, while it's cold, all I would do is I would adjust these 2 knobs until I got to a nice medium pressure. And then take it out, and we're gonna let it heat up. Oh good, you have the overhead, perfect. So I'm gonna show you guys like right here. Right here. So here's how we customize this particular, and again, this is gonna be the 12-ounce lidded insulated mug. Great for keeping hot things hot and cold things cold. So one thing I was gonna say is, because of the construction, there is this seam that wraps around the whole bottom of the mug. Now your artwork can extend past that seam if you want to, but because of the seam, there's gonna be obviously a slight line through. I would not put any text or important items over that seam. We're gonna show, yeah. I would not put any text or important items over the seam. If a little bit of your artwork or background goes over that little seam, that's fine. For these samples, we actually shrunk our artwork down a little bit, and we're gonna keep everything above that seam. But just so you guys can see how it goes, that's what we did. So here, going back to our camera here, so we have our graphic. And I'm just gonna trim it so that way it's nice and even. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bit of heat tape, put a little bit of heat tape on one side. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of heat tape on the other side. Gonna lift it up. And I'm gonna do my best to center this graphic on the face of the mug. One thing, and I'm gonna keep, oh, by the way, I'm gonna keep everything above the seam. So putting it on, usually what I'll do is I'll tape down one side and then I'll kind of pull the paper over and tape it down on the other side. You wanna make sure the paper is nice and tight over the surface of your mug or your drink or whenever you're doing stuff like this. So now my heat press is almost at temperature. For this particular product, it's gonna heat press at 360 degrees for 80 seconds, right? Yep. And I'm just testing that. Really quick, let me see if we have any questions here. Coffee Powered Home says, I keep forgetting to set up Linktree. Oh, dude, please set up your Linktree, por favor. You need it, it's very essential for using social media, especially Instagram, to run your business. Elizabeth is saying, what software do I recommend? If you're referring to the graphics that you see here, so actually let me show this to this camera. This is an example, we're gonna show this one off right now. Coming up, there we go. So this is one of the acrylic ornaments we're gonna do. Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen, please consider Photoshop. Now, what's cool about Sawgrass print, about having a Sawgrass sublimation printer, is that it does come with Creative Studio, which is an online design program that's free to use. But if you're not going to use that, or if you want to do a little bit more detail, you want a little bit more control over your templates and your graphics, Adobe Photoshop, that's the way to go. Anthony's asking, can you use any mugs? No, unfortunately not. When you're sublimating onto a mug, like what you see here, and I'm gonna, sorry Alex, have you going back and forth. So when you're doing mugs like this is sublimation. Now what's cool about this is this image, oh, I'm too close, is not gonna scratch off. This is super permanent. It's there, you cannot feel the ink. So this is not ink sitting on the surface of a mug. It's literally embedded into the surface. So it's very durable, very permanent, and it looks beautiful. Now this is sublimation. So if you're gonna do sublimation, the mugs and the cups all have to be made specifically for sublimation. Alrighty, but that's a great question. Let me see. Dazzling D, I can answer this one for Ronnie. She's asking, is there an instructional video on how to use Microsoft Word to make our templates? Unfortunately not. I know Microsoft Word is a great program. Some people do use it for designs, but to be totally honest, I would highly recommend switching to either get a Sawgrass printer so you could use Creative Studio, or you can get Photoshop. Now, another thing that I've seen a lot of people use lately is Canva. Now, Canva is great because it's very user-friendly, but you can use it to make certain templates. Now we don't have, this is just kind of starting out, so we don't have any tutorials yet on using Canva, but I mean, it's possible. So anyways, our mug press is at temperature, 360 degrees, 80 seconds. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place it on the center. I'm gonna center it with the element. I'm gonna close it. That beep means that it's starting. And we got 80 seconds on the clock. So let's see, we got any other questions here? Let's see, oh, Don, thank you for the suggestions. Don says, I use Canva and also PicMonkey. Both are great for designing. Thank you. Ethel Moore says, I love Sawgrass and their programs. Thank you. Yeah, so Sawgrass Creative Studio, that's a great program to be using for your design. They also have really cool templates in there as well. Tammy says, I use butcher paper between my tumbler and heat press. Do I not need to? I'm afraid of blowout. You know what's funny? So as you're gonna see, when I press these ornaments, I'm gonna use some parchment paper as a blowout paper. But for whatever reason, I have not found the need. I have not experienced any blowout when using my mug press. I don't know what it is, but we haven't had that issue. So I'm not gonna stop you. If you like using your blowout paper, go for it. But me personally, I haven't found the need to on a mug press, so that's why I don't use any. But if you like it, go for it. I will not stop you or try to talk you out of it. Okay, and then I'm going back for more questions here. I see you, Facebook. Oh, but that's time. So I'll get to your questions right now. You're gonna open this up. Now the handle is gonna stay cool, but this is the metal. It was only in there for 80 seconds, but it's very hot. So actually I'm gonna come over here because we have another tutorial. Oh yeah, I got it right here. Okay, sorry. Hey guys. So check it out. So right here, I'm gonna show it off on this camera. Boom. It's beautiful. Those colors came out absolutely amazing. Let me see how close I can get while staying in focus. This is like the challenge for content creators. How close can I get while staying in focus? Look at that. Look at that. This is the Sublimation stainless steel lidded mug. Now this is priced by the case. We also sell it in a 4-piece pack. So maybe you don't need 24 of these, but you want to buy 4 of them. They do ship for free to the lower 48 states. Those colors look amazing. And yes, it is insulated. It's going to keep your hot stuff hot and your cold stuff cold. This is super cool. Here we go. And again, this is what I would consider to be a gift item. So this is not something, this is not seasonal, or I should say it doesn't have to be seasonal. Obviously this graphic right here, that's a seasonal graphic, but it doesn't have to be a seasonal product. You can make gifts with pretty much anything. I found people love to put their families on stuff and as gifts. Okay, so that's our 12-ounce lidded mug tutorial. I have a few other things that I want to show you before we go. So without any further ado, yeah. So we have our we're gonna do our acrylic ornaments. We also have glass ornaments. Pretty cool, right? Now the main difference is that the glass is gonna be a little bit more fragile. In my opinion, the glass, it has a slightly beveled edge, which it's hard to show on camera, that beveled edge. I'm trying my best. The glass is a little bit more fancy, but as you'll see, the glass, it is transparent. So some people like that, some people don't. If you want something with a more solid background where the image is really the focus, you might want to try our acrylic ornaments. They're super cool. So you turn to the side, it's clear acrylic. And then because the acrylic has a nearly solid white background, your images are gonna pop with a lot more bold color. So again, in glass, slightly transparent, but it does have that beveled fancy edge, so it's really cool. Acrylic, no beveled edge, but it has a solid background, so also gonna look really cool. So they're both really amazing products. Now, one thing I will show you when we're doing the acrylic is that there is a protective film on the back and the front, which we found out the hard way about the front one. So very carefully, you're gonna remove the film to expose the back. Now, what's cool about both of these, the acrylic and the glass product, is you do not need to mirror your image when you're heat pressing these. So again, do not mirror your image when you are heat pressing, because these are both gonna be customized from the back. So hold on, I'm sorry, I'm trying to peel this. There we go. Protective film, there we go. And you're gonna wanna be careful of this acrylic. You don't want it to scratch or anything. So just be careful. One thing that I'm gonna do is put down a little piece of parchment paper right here so I don't scratch anything. I wanna be very careful with these. Also, when you're shipping both of these, the glass, I would recommend packaging that with a little bit of tissue, like wrap it in tissue so it doesn't scratch, and then pack it with extra tissue so it doesn't crack. The acrylic is a little bit more durable. I wouldn't be afraid, honestly, of this cracking in shipment, but you would want to wrap it with some nice tissue just to make sure that nothing gets scratched on the transparent and glass side. So I'm going to flip this over, right? Or actually, no, I'm not. Sorry. So I'm going to put, the way this works is I'm going to put my transfer down. I'm going to center it like so. And then you could use one piece of heat tape and just have it go across, or like me, 2 small pieces. And that's it. This is heat pressed in place, and you're gonna see it right now, but it's gonna go like that. And it's that simple. So once you have your template, template's available at heatpressnation.com, by the way. You drop your image into the template, you tape it to the transfer, and you're gonna see how quick and easy it is to heat press it. Actually, let's head over to the heat press so we can see how this goes. Yeah. So now for this product, it's gonna press at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. Now, we had a question about blowout paper a little earlier, and for flat items like this, yes, I always include a piece of paper. I use parchment paper because it has better heat resistance than butcher paper. But anyways, I use a piece of parchment paper on bottom. You see I have my acrylic ornament. And this is the back side, and I'm gonna place it down paper side up. Now, if I had multiples, I could easily press multiples at a time. Usually when you're adding things, if I'm adding ornaments, I'll add an additional 3 to 5 seconds per ornament. So if I had, let's say I had 5, I'd add anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds to my time. But I just have one. So now I'm gonna sandwich it between these two pieces of parchment paper. 400 degrees for 60 seconds. My pressure is gonna be not too heavy. Now I did adjust my pressure before we got started. But as you saw, it wasn't super heavy. You do not need heavy pressure on this product at all. Anyways, I got like 48 seconds left on the clock. Let me see if we have any questions that I could answer real quick. I got Zanita saying hello from Nashville. Oh man, I miss Nashville. I visited 2013, and I haven't been able to go back since, and I really did like it. Let's see. Just trying to find some cool questions here. We got like 28 seconds on the clock. Oh yes, someone asked about what paper. Usually I use TexPrint DT Light. However, you've heard me mention this before. We're not wasteful here at Heat Press Nation. We had a pack of TexPrint DT Heavy hanging around, and so that's what we use for our products to date. So even though my personal preference is a different one, today we're using this one. But you know what's cool is you can see we're still getting amazing results. So if you have DT Heavy, that's cool. As you can see, you're still gonna get amazing results. The difference is minimal. So that's why we don't really recommend one or the other. You gotta kind of figure out which one you like. So I carefully pulled off the top layer of parchment paper. I'm gonna give this just a few seconds. Now I'm not really concerned about any ghosting because remember, I taped it in place. So I'm not worried about the transfer shifting or anything crazy like that. I'm just gonna give it a few seconds to air out. And this is very hot. If you need to use gloves, go for it. I'm a moron. So let's see. Darn it. There we go. Dude, that is hot. Okay. I'm gonna put that, I can hold it by the tape. There we go. So check this out. We're gonna play that game again to see how close I can get while keeping it in focus. But look at this ornament. Now again, this is acrylic, so don't worry, it will straighten out. I do have gloves here, I forgot about them. Now this is this is the back. So even though we did imprint onto the back, the way that this is designed is that it's gonna look super cool on the front. Very, very cool product. And of course you see these on screen. We have them, if you want a ton of them, we do have a 600 piece case. If you're, I came out of focus, doggone. Let's see. Nope. Sorry. There it is. Yeah, we did it. Okay, I'm gonna stay here for a second. Anyways, yeah, we have a big case of them, but if you just want a 25 pack, we also have that available online as well. You see the price there on your screen. And this is our acrylic ornament. I'm running a little bit low on time, so if I have time, I'll come back to the glass ornaments. But what I really want to showcase right now are these cool gift bags. Now this gift bag is great. Oh, you know what? It's still kind of hot. So these gift bags are a great bonus feature I'm bringing it back here. So these gift bags, I was talking to no one right now. These gift bags are a great bonus feature to include with your ornaments. So when you are packaging your ornaments, somebody orders like 4 or 5 of them, you could either throw in a free gift bag or just offer it at a discount. Let them know that you can even customize this. So underneath the tree, it has like maybe a person's name, I don't know. But there's a ton of things you could do with these gift bags. We're using them for another purpose, another promotional product, so whatever. But I just wanted to show off the gift bag because I think it's a really, really cool addition to this product. Of course, both sides are sublimatable. And I'm actually gonna show you how it works right now. So I'm going to really quick adjust my temperature down to 385 degrees. Right, yes. 385 degrees, and my time is gonna go down to 45 seconds. 385, 45, right? Yes. Okay, so 385 degrees for 45 seconds. So really quick, I'm gonna show you just how easy it is to do these sublimation bags. So here we go, and I'm just gonna show you right here since we're already. So we have our template set up to fit 2. And I'm just gonna kind of center this with each graphic, right? Don't worry about these little stringies. Well, I should say, don't worry about them right now. You will wanna consider them when you're actually pressing it. So I'm just lining them up right now, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, actually, no, I should heat press them right here. I'm lining them up right now, and I'm taping them in place because I'm gonna wanna flip this over to actually heat press it. So there we go. I don't need this one, but oh well, it's there. So anyways, lining it up like so, and I'm gonna flip them over. Now what I don't want, again, is I don't want any bleed onto my lower platen. So I'm just gonna put this paper back. Now I do have, there is this thick part right here where the drawstring runs through. I'm just gonna let that part hang off the edge of my heat press. So you're gonna say, hey, wait, what about the strings? You don't have a pressing pillow? I do have a pressing pillow, but I'm just kinda wanna show you how you can get creative with heat pressing your graphics. Sometimes, in this case, if I didn't have a pressing pillow, I could still pull off this transfer by just hanging it off the edge. Is it ideal? No. But is it possible? Yes. One more to cover it. Now, also another thing, actually I'm gonna test this out. Alex says that he pressed it with the drawstring, and pull that out. He says he pressed it with the drawstring on the table. We're about to see if that works. All right, Alex, your name's on the line, buddy. And those guys, you're wondering, wait, who's Alex? Alex is my producer director, so he is behind the camera, kicking butt. If you guys watch Worth It, Alex is Adam. I'm gonna get just a hair more pressure on this. Any Worth It fans out there? There we go. Okay, 45 seconds on the clock. And we're gonna be ready to go. By the way, I didn't forget, we have our giveaway coming up. Be sure you stay tuned because I'm gonna tell you exactly how to enter in just a few short minutes. Okay, let's see, we got any questions? Thank you so much. Big shout out to Ronnie. Did a lot of the prep and production for today's episode, and she's answering questions in the chat. So she is absolutely killing it today. Big shout out to my pal. Okay, so I'm going, let's see. Any more questions on our YouTube channel? Oh, there we go. Okay, so time is at 0. I'm gonna open this up. So we're about to see if Alex was lying or not, you guys. He has his fingers crossed over here. So again, I'm gonna give it just a second, really quick, because again, I did tape it in place, so I'm not really concerned about any shifts. And yeah, so the cool thing about this, you can kind of just pull it off. Oh, dude, he was right. Okay, Alex, all right, you win, buddy. Check this out. These look great. Now, yes, these do say Fiesta 2023. We're using these bags and graphic for a different video. So again, we don't waste anything here, you guys. We try to avoid waste as much as possible. Otherwise, I would have decorated this with a Christmas theme. But just use your imagination. You could put whatever you can come up with. If you could design it and print it, you could put it on these bags. So you could put, especially if you're doing like a small gift for a child, you could put something like child's name from Santa. These make great little Santa bags. They make great gift bags. Use them for your white elephant. Like, stand out above the crowd, get creative, get cool, and get these really cool little drawstring bags. They are awesome. Possum. Or, you know what else too? If you know some kids who kind of suck, put some coal in these bad boys. These are great coal bags. Okie doke. Okay. I'm going to show it over to the main cam, and then I think I'm out of time. So be sure to stay tuned. We are going to have a video showing how to sublimate these glass ornaments. So this really cool, this golden, I love goldens. This really cool glass ornament with the beveled edge, we're going to have to save that for another video because I am out of time today. Now, if in just a few moments, I'm going to share some info on how you could possibly win live right now. So we want to thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this episode. We are going to have our live giveaway right now. We're going to have one winner from YouTube, one winner from Facebook. Now, as we get ready here, coming back over, we're going to have one winner from YouTube, one winner from Facebook. But I got to tell you, the first person we see on my screen with the correct answer is going to win. Now, we get hate mail every time we do this. So I'm going to ask you a favor. Please spare our customer service team the sadness. Don't send hate mail if you lose, guys. The way this contest works, we're just trying to have some fun, all right? I'm trying to have some fun. I'm trying to give away some blanks. If you want to know what the prize is, it's these. What is it again? I totally dropped a box of something. We're giving away 25 of the glass ornaments, 25 of the ceramic ornaments, and we're going to give away, not those, we're going to give away 6 4-packs. So you're going to get 24 of those cool gift bags that I just showed off. So we're going to have 2 winners. Each winner is going to win those packs. So you guys are going to be ready for the holidays. But again, the way this contest works, it's more of a fun type thing. I'm trying to have fun. Don't make it sad. But the way it works is I'm going to ask you a question. And when I say you, I mean whoever's watching live right now on Facebook or YouTube. I'm going to ask a question. I don't care if you cheat to find out the answer. I really don't. It's more of a fast fingers type game. So the first person I see on my screen, and I am going to be screenshotting because apparently we had too many poor sports last week. I'm going to be screenshotting the first correct answer. I, with my little eye and these little glasses, the first correct answer I see on my screen is going to be selected as our winner. Now, some people have private profiles, or some people have blocked me, which I think is really funny. Some people have blocked me on Facebook. So if you have blocked me, I'm on my Facebook again. I can't see your response. So sorry. I really am sorry. Not for the blockers. But for everybody else, I am sorry. Anyways, all that to said, I'm about to ask a trivia question regarding our product. So you can head on over to heatpressnation.com if you want to, as a little head start, all right? I'm going to ask a question. Cheat, whatever, Google, I don't care. First correct answer I, with my eye, see on my screen on this iPad. Again, we're going heavy on the disclaimers because of the amount of hate mail we got last week. First person is going to win. First person I see on Facebook, and then the first person I see on YouTube is going to win the gift pack. Are you ready? Here's the question, and I'm actually going to show you. This glass ornament that I did not demo this one today. We ran out of time. But this glass ornament with the beveled edge, all right, it's a Sublimation glass ornament. I believe it's the 3-inch. Here, I'll tell you right now. It is the Sublimation ornament 3-inch. It comes in a 25-pack, and it also comes in a 200-pack case. This is the Sublimation. This is the Sublimation by Heat Press Nation. Sublimation glass ornament with beveled edge. Comes in a pack of 200. How much? What is the retail price for a 200 pack of that ornament? First correct answer. Oh, some of you guys beat me. Some of you guys were too early. You're quoting the wrong price. What is the price for a 200 piece case of those ornaments? And I think somebody jumped the gun before I actually answered the question, but you read my mind. I'll give you credit for that. So we have our YouTube winner. So for our YouTube winner, I want to give a big shout out. And actually, let me double check. And again, this is the first correct answer to come up on my comments feed. The first correct answer is from Tammy A. Your YouTube channel name is Tammy A. I'll give you details on how you can claim your prize, but Tammy A, congrats, you won our first prize pack, and that is our YouTube prize winner, Tammy A. Now I'm going over to Facebook because I know there's a slight, for whatever reason, there's a bigger lag on our Facebook than there is on our YouTube. Anyways, give me a second. The first correct answer on Facebook is, I want to make sure that this is correct. The first correct answer that I see on my screen, these eyes, this iPad, is from Carolyn Gilbert. And the correct answer is $189.95. Woo! So we do have more contests coming out in the future. Be sure you're following us on Instagram, on YouTube, on wherever, Facebook, of course. We got lots of contests. These are just fun things that we like to do live because it makes us happy. So don't trash that happiness, guys. Please don't send any hate mail. Again, this is the first correct answer. Carolyn Gilbert on Facebook. This is the first correct answer that I see in my feed. So thank you guys so much for playing. It's been a pleasure. Congrats again to Tammy A and to Carolyn Gilbert. Please claim your prize within 7 days by emailing us at winner@heatpressnation.com. You see it there on screen, write it down. winner@heatpressnation.com. You can shoot us an email. Our super sleuths, like we know who's you and who's not you. So if we ask you for a screenshot of something to prove you're you, please oblige. And then we'll get you your prizes absolutely free. We'll cover your shipping. We got you guys. Again, we chose the comments that are in the order that they appeared on my screen with my eyes on my iPad. Sorry if you didn't win, but these are now available at at heat.press/live. So if you like the different ornaments or the bags or the mug that you saw today, check them out. You're able to purchase them online, heat.press/live. You can see all the cool products that we had today. Plus this really neat heat press. Today I used the Craft Pro 12 by 15 inch swing away heat press in mint green. And then I also used the Craft Pro mug and tumbler press with the mug attachment in standard color. And everything turned out great, so you know it's good stuff. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on our socials, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. We are at Heat Press Nation. So be sure to give us a follow, check us out, say hi. Keep your hate comments to yourself. We don't need those. And then if you want to join our text club where we announce all of our big sales, our special events, etc., you can do so by texting the word HEAT to 20198. Again, that's the word HEAT to 20198. We're going to have another live giveaway next week, so be sure to tune in. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today. Any final? Yeah, cool. I think that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Heat Press Nation Live. It's September. We're already talking about the holidays, so you know we're in for a really happy holiday season this year. So stay safe out there. We'll see you next week.